Welcome to Teaching Truth. My name is Glenn Cartwright. Well, Christmas is fast approaching. It's the time of year when we celebrate the birthday of the most important person ever to be born into our world, Jesus Christ, Emmanuel, God with us. It's a busy time of year as we put up and decorate our Christmas trees, write our Christmas cards and shop for Christmas presents. Many children will have written their letters to Santa Claus, and for many families it's a time to snuggle up on a winter's evening with hot chocolate and watch a Christmas movie. Yet as we approach Christmas and engage this time of Advent, which someone wonderfully and aptly described as, quote, the conductor raising his baton and the choir taking a collective breath, I'd like this week in Teaching Truth to unwrap a well-trodden Advent text, to look as it were at the present which Isaiah the prophet has for us in Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6. A present containing four incredible and inspirational names which would be given to Jesus. Names that would define a baby who 700 years later would be born in a manger in a stable in Bethlehem. Let's read that text together. Isaiah chapter 9. The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. On those living in the land of the shadow of death, a light has dawned. For unto us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders. And he shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, and the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace there will be no end. He shall be called. The names that were given to Jesus by the prophet Isaiah. We have names, and our names have meaning. For example, my name is Glen. It's of Scottish and Canadian derivation and means a valley with a river running through it, a glen. My surname Cartwright can be traced back to a family in Yorkshire who at one time were skilled in the trade of making and repairing carts, hence the name Cartwright. And in the Bible, when we read that a person had a certain name, that name had a meaning behind it. For example, Eve's name means mother of all the living. And Abraham's name means father of a multitude or father of nations. And so the name of a person or a character often tells us something about that person or their nature. And so often we find in the Bible people's names being changed. Remember, Jesus changes Simon's name to Peter. Saul becomes Paul on the road to Damascus. And here in Isaiah we read of the prophet saying his name, the one to be born 700 years later, shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, and the Prince of Peace. Four incredible and inspirational descriptions which tell us something about the nature and the character of a baby that 700 years later would be born to Mary and Joseph. Join me tomorrow in Teaching Truth as we unwrap the first name which would be given to Jesus.